They shouldn't let crooks like that on Devil's Island.
No, give the place a bad name.
He's lived too long, that's his trouble. Much too long. Get what's on my mind?
You get what's on his mind? Oh, that.
I insist that everything be legal.
Okay. We'll give him a legal type trial.
Huh? Oh, that's a good idea.
The court is now in session. Albert, you're the prosecuting attorney. You are the attorney for the defense.
Oh.
Trial will proceed.
Your Honor, gentlemen of the jury, I demand a verdict of guilty. If you don't give me a verdict of guilty, I'll get a new jury.
If there are any objections, they're overruled. The court now recognizes the distinguished attorney for the defense.
Your Honor, gentlemen, the jury. The defense. Defense rests. How's that for the defense?
It reminds me of my lawyer. Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict? The verdict is death. Has the defendant anything to say? The defendant has nothing to say.
I insist that the case be appealed.
Rejected.
Sustained.
Counsel, you're out of order.
Your Honor, is this trial going to drag on forever?
On a point of order, my client realizes the hopelessness of his position. He realizes that he must be executed. The question is, how?
How? We'll escape. I'll go to Paris and get a job in his company. At the end of the year, he'll be bankrupt and blow his brains out.
The idea has some merit, but why must we wait that long? Can't we do it quicker?
This is quicker.
Adolf, of course.
We'll wrap him up like a Christmas present, give him to Cousin Andre. Merry Christmas.
No, just pop it into his bed. Zing, our friends are minus a nasty relative.
Court's adjourned. There's a fortune to be made raising these little creatures.
Well, what's it gonna be? Merry Christmas or surprise?
I just thought of something. We can't do it.
What?
You worried about Adolf? It won't hurt him a bit.
I'm worried about the family. What would it look like? Cousin Andre turns up in the morning a corpse.
Well, who cares what the neighbors say?
Yeah.
Thinking of the girl and her mother. Cousin Andre's found dead in bed, a terrible shade of green. They come to us and they say, did you do this? Which one of us can look them in the eye and lie about it?
A nest of thieves. Nice bookkeeping. Look at this. 14 watches missing from stock, 3 harmonicas, a 410-piece set of dishware.
There must be crooks on this island.
Yes, and the biggest crooks are right here. What's this? Something else stolen from stock, I suppose.
It's mine.
Don't tell me that. I know better. You convicts aren't allowed to have personal possessions. What's inside it?
A snake.
Don't lie to me. How do you open it? I said, how do you open it?
Why don't I tell him?
No. It's his personal property. Give it back to him.
Not till I know what's inside. You're not going to steal this if I can help it.
Someone ought to rush in and warn him. Jules, you rush in and tell him. Before it's too late, tell him there's a snake in that box.
He won't believe me. Doesn't like me.
Albert,
Huh? Were you talking to me?
you ought to run and warn him.
Why don't we cut cards for it?
Good idea. I'll get the card. Who cuts first?
I hate being first. Bad luck.
After you?
You chaps are bum sports.
It's up to you.
I'll run and tell him. I forgot what I was supposed to tell him.
Oh. Well, tell him that he should on no account try to open that cage. Tell him, because if he does try to and puts his hand inside the cage to find out what's there, he's liable to be disagreeably surprised. Tell him. Well, that there's a deadly, poisonous snake inside the cage. Tell him. You didn't tell him.
He knows already.